Hello, everyone. Hello, Board of Directors. My name is Clovis Mesumbe, and today I'll be doing a presentation on why cybersecurity is an essential part of a core organization strategy. We'll start with the introduction. So today we'll be looking at the following topics. We'll look at the importance of cybersecurity in today's digital landscape. We'll look at integrating professional discourse into cybersecurity being a core value of the organization. We also see a 3 to 5 year plan, a 3 to 5 year operational plan on how we're going to integrate cybersecurity into the organization. We also see the security solutions for cybersecurity architecture. Then we'll look at the key organizational rules, the team that will be in charge of implementing this cybersecurity. We'll also look at IT governance and cybersecurity framework. We'll also look at evaluating cybersecurity frameworks, where we'll talk about frameworks like NIST and ISO 27001. Then we'll look at problem identification and communication. Then we'll see alignment, how we align all of this to the mission and vision of our organization. And then we'll also take a look at policies, standards, guidelines, and procedures. To start with, the importance of cybersecurity in today's landscape. The importance of cybersecurity in today's digital landscape cannot be overstated. As technology continues to evolve and integrate into every aspect of our lives, the risks associated with cyber threats have also increased significantly. Cybersecurity is essential for application or operational information and network security to protect against cyber threats. Cyber threats like malware, ransomware, phishing attacks, and data breaches um, are on the rise. These threats can lead to severe financial losses, theft of intellectual property, reputational damage, and legal implications for individuals and organizations alike. Implementing a robust cybersecurity measure helps protect sensitive information such as personal data and financial details from falling into the wrong hands of cyber criminals. For businesses, cybersecurity is vital to protect critical assets, maintain customer trust, ensure uninterrupted operations, and staying compliant with legal and regulatory requirements for business operations. Integrating, let's take a look at integrating professional discourse into cybersecurity project for this organization. So we'll look at the audience analysis. We understand the board's technical knowledge and concerns regarding cybersecurity to tailor the message effectively. We'll look at the writing process, which involve developing a clear, concise content that flow logically, and using outlines and drafts to refine the message. We also look at design elements where we'll utilize visuals like charts and graphs to enhance understanding and maintain a consistent design that aligns with the organization's branding. Looking at a 3 to 5 year operational plan, a comprehensive cybersecurity operational plan is essential for organizations to effectively manage their information security posture. Plan the plan should include strategic goals which focus on aligning cybersecurity initiatives with the overall business objective, such as enhancing data protection and ensuring compliance with regulations. We also look at tactical goals which involve the implementation of specific security frameworks and practices, such as conducting regular risk assessment, deploying advanced threat detection systems, and establishing incident response protocol. Finally, we'll look at operational goals that are concerned with the day-to-day execution of security measures, including user training programs, continuous monitoring of security systems, and regular updates to security policies and procedures. By integrating these goals into a cohesive operational plan, organizations can create a robust cybersecurity framework that not only protect their assets but also support their long-term strategic vision. Now let's take a look at the security solutions for architecture, for cybersecurity architecture. A comprehensive industrial cybersecurity solutions involve multiple layers of protection to safeguard critical information and operational technologies. Here is a structural approach to cybersecurity, which will include one like risk assessment to identify vulnerabilities, threats, and potential impacts on the systems and data. We'll look at network segmentation to isolate critical systems from general IT networks. We'll also see the use of firewalls and virtual local access networks, LAN, and we'll look at firewalls and virtual local access networks. That is the LANs and the VLAN local networks, local access networks, and virtual local access networks to control traffic. We'll also take a look at access controls to enforce strict access control measures, including role-based access control, RBAC, and multi-factor authentication to limit user permissions. Here we can also put in the principle of least privilege, where we only give employees the maximum permissions that they need just to get their job done, so we can be able to safeguard data. So we also look at intrusion detection and intrusion prevention systems to monitor network traffic for suspicious activity and protect against unauthorized access. We also ensure that we invest in a robust endpoint security solutions, which includes like antivirus software, and endpoint detection and response systems to protect devices connected to the network. We also need to use encryption for data at rest and data on transit to protect sensitive information from unauthorized access and from criminal activity like on-path attacks or man-in-the-middle attacks. Then we'll have to develop and regularly update an incident response plan that aligns the procedures for detecting, responding to, and recovering from cybersecurity incidents. We also need to implement continuous monitoring tools to track network activities and system performance to enable real-time threat detection. Going further, we also need to conduct regular cybersecurity training for employees to promote awareness of threats such as phishing and social engineering. Moving further, we also want to invest into compliance management to ensure that compliance with relevant regulations and standards like NIST or ISO 27001 and industry-specific guidelines to maintain operational integrity and security. We also have to perform periodic audits and security assessments to elevate the effectiveness of security measures and identify areas for improvement. Last but not the least, we also have to integrate collaboration with third-party experts and vendors to ensure security posture and provide additional resources for threat intelligence and response. There we'll look at the key organizational roles, the team that will be involved in implementing this cybersecurity in the organization. Here we'll have at the very top we'll have the Chief Information Security Officer. Right below the Chief Information Security Officer, we'll have the Security Awareness Trainer. We have the Security Manager and the Penetration Tester. And then right under the command of the Security Manager, we have a Security Architect, Security Engineers, and a Security Analyst. Now, looking at the effective problem identification and communication tactics, effective problem identification and communication. Effective problem identification and communication tactics are crucial in the field of cybersecurity as they play or help organizations manage risk and respond to incidents effectively. Looking at problem identification strategies, they will include conducting regular risk assessment, regularly evaluate organization's assets, vulnerabilities, and potential threats. This proactive approach will help identify security gaps before they can be exploited by cyber criminals. We also utilize threat intelligence, leverage threat intelligence to stay informed about emerging threats and vulnerabilities that could impact our organization. This information can guide our security posture and incident response strategies. We also have to look at engaging in continuous monitoring of our systems and networks to detect anomalies and potential security incidents in real time. This allows for quick identification of problems as they arise. We also establish a clear reporting procedure by creating a structured process for employees to report security incidents or suspicious activities. This will encourage a culture of vigilance and ensure that potential issues are identified and addressed promptly. On the other hand, looking at communication tactics, that will include a clear and concise messaging to ensure that all communication regarding cybersecurity policies, incidents, and best practices is clear and consistent. This will help employees to understand their role and responsibilities in maintaining security. We also look at using tailored communication, that is, adapt communication styles and content to suit different audiences within the organization. Technical staff may require detailed information, while non-technical employee or staff may benefit from simplified explanations with visuals like graphs and charts. We also want to provide timely updates during cybersecurity incidents to keep all stakeholders informed about the situation, the response efforts, and the necessary actions they should take. This transparency will help build trust and reduce uncertainty. We also look at establishing channels for feedback from employees regarding cybersecurity practices and incident response. This can help identify areas of improvement and foster a collaborative security culture. Last but not the least, we'll look at regularly conducting training sessions to educate employees about cybersecurity threats, best practices, and the importance of reporting incidents. This will empower the employees, to contribute to the organization's security efforts actively. Now we'll look at evaluating cybersecurity framework. The common frameworks to consider here will be the NIST cybersecurity framework, which provides flexible approach focusing on identifying, protecting, detecting, responding, and revoking and recovering from cybersecurity incidents. We also look at ISO 27001, which offers a comprehensive approach to establishing, implementing, and maintaining an information security management system. Last but not least, we look at the Center for Information Security (CIS) controls. This CIS controls here will be a set of best practices that prioritize the most effective actions to protect against prevalent cybersecurity threats. So looking at this diagram that shows the 18 CIS controls, from there we can get a better idea. Now we'll look at aligning cybersecurity frameworks to Good Life Telecom Inc., which is a telecommunication company. First, we would like to regulatory compliance. First, we'll talk about regulatory compliance. Like Good Life Telecom Inc. must adhere to regulations such as Federal Communication Commission (FCC), GDPR, which protect data for citizens in the EU region, and HIPAA, which protect sensitive personal health information in the US. All these laws do mandate a strict data protection and privacy measures. A robust cybersecurity framework ensures compliance with these regulations, reducing the risk of legal penalties and enhancing customer trust. Second, we look at risk management. Effective risk management is crucial in identifying and mitigating vulnerabilities specific to Good Life Telecom Inc. Good Life Telecom Inc.'s network. Cybersecurity frameworks provide structured methodologies for assessing risk and implementing appropriate controls to protect sensitive data and infrastructure. We look at integrating this with existing systems. A well-chosen cybersecurity framework should seamlessly integrate with existing IT and operational technology systems. This integration minimizes the disruption and leverage current investments in technology while enhancing overall security posture. Then we also look at flexibility and scalability. The telecommunications sector is dynamic, requiring a cybersecurity framework that is both flexible and scalable. This adaptability allows Good Life Telecom Inc. to respond to evolving threats and scale their security measures in line with business growth and technological advancements. They will also look at incident response and recovery. A comprehensive cybersecurity framework includes a detailed incident response and recovery plans. These plans are essential for minimizing downtime and data loss during security incidents, ensuring that Good Life Telecom Inc. Services remain operational and secure at all times. They will look at stakeholders engagement. Stakeholder engagement. Engaging stakeholders, including customers, regulatory bodies, is vital for transparency and trust. A cybersecurity framework that promotes stakeholders' communication will help build confidence in the organization's commitment and security. They will also look at continuous monitoring and improvement. Continuous monitoring is a key component of effective cybersecurity. Frameworks that emphasize ongoing assessments and improvements will allow Good Life Telecom Inc. to stay ahead of emerging threats and adapt their security strategies accordingly. Looking at training and awareness, which is also essential, Employee training and awareness programs are critical for fostering the security conscious culture in the organization. A cybersecurity framework should include provisions for regular training to ensure that all employees understand their roles in maintaining security and, and are aware of current cyber threats. Looking at talking about IT governance and cybersecurity frameworks, like we said already, cybersecurity frameworks like NIST cybersecurity framework provides a flexible set of guidelines designed to help organizations manage and reduce cybersecurity risk. The core functions of the NIST cybersecurity framework are to identify, to protect, to detect, and respond and then recover in case of cyber incident. Then the regulatory compliance, when it comes to regulatory compliance, NIST cybersecurity framework also provide a structural approach that aligns with regulatory requirements, making it easier to demonstrate compliance to stakeholders. Another cybersecurity framework that we already talked about is ISO 27001, which is an international standard for information security management systems, ISMS. It provides a systematic approach to managing sensitive company information, ensuring its confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The regulatory compliance of ISO 27001 help organizations meet various regulatory requirements by establishing a comprehensive framework for managing information security risk. On this slide, we'll be looking at policies, standards, guidelines, and procedures as they apply to cybersecurity policies. Cybersecurity policies are a high-level statement that outline an organization's overall approach to managing and protecting its information assets. They define what the organization aims to achieve regarding security and often specify who is responsible for various aspects of security. Policies are mandatory and should use a clear, definitive language such as must or will to convey expectations and requirements. Looking at standards, standards provide specific criteria or requirements that support the implementation of policies. They detail the technical specifications and controls necessary to achieve the objectives set forth in the policies. For example, a standard might dictate the minimum password length or encryption method to be used for sensitive data. Standards are essential for engaging. Standards are essential for ensuring consistency and compliance across different departments and technologies. Looking at guidelines, guidelines are recommendations that offer advice on how to implement the policies and standards effectively. Guidelines are more flexible than standards and can be adapted based on specific situations or organizational needs. Guidelines help employees understand best practices and provide a framework for decision making without being prescriptive. Now, looking at the procedures, procedures are detailed step-by-step instructions that outlines how to carry out specific tasks and processes related to cybersecurity. They translate policies and standards into actionable steps that employees must follow. For instance, an incident response procedure would detail the steps to take when the security breach occurs, including who to notify and how to contain certain incidents. Procedures are critical for ensuring that security measures are implemented consistently and effectively. All that being said, if we have any questions, now is the time for the question. And if we have no questions, then we just got to the end of our presentation, and we're looking forward to work with the board of directors to implement this cybersecurity plan moving forward within 3 to 5 year plan. Thank you.